not down there twerking. What are you doing? Get your hands off your knees. What's up, Flockers? So, I'm about to give y'all a little first world rant. So, you never really realize how privileged and lucky you are until you're missing something. Our dishwasher stopped working about a week ago. And we actually have someone coming to take a look at it today. But, see, like, I don't know how well you can see, but the clean light keeps flashing. It's not working. So we have someone, like I said, coming to look at it. But for the past week, we've had to hand wash dishes. And we have gotten so bougie and used to not having to wash dishes by hand that we've forgotten how strenuous it is. And we're like, dang. So we're over here like drawing straws and playing rock, paper, scissors to see who has to wash the dishes. And I'm just joking. But yeah, we used to have a dish rack when we first moved into this house over 3 years ago. But literally because we weren't using it and hadn't used it for multiple years, we were like, okay, well, it's just taking up space. We're not using it. It's old. So I think we threw it out, unless it's in the garage somewhere and I just don't know where it is. But we're at the place where we don't have a dish rack anymore because that's how out of touch we are when it comes to washing dishes. But yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be a pretty cheap fix when the guy comes today. Because yeah, I want my dishwasher back. Because we run the dishwasher daily, and so you just don't realize how many plates and stuff you're using. And we buy paper plates because nobody has time to be washing so many doggone plates throughout the day. But now I get, with my dad back in the day, I used to be like, why do you always make us reuse the cups and reuse stuff? You know, he'd be like, oh, if you use a plate, then rinse it off and you can reuse it when you eat it. And now I'm like, he might have been onto something, because really nobody has time to sit here and wash 15 plates from one day, you know, because you had eggs on one plate and then later on for a snack you got apples and, I don't know, almond butter. So you got a separate plate for that. And then you have lunch with the separate plate, and then you have another snack after lunch. So when you got 4 people, it starts to add up. But anywho, I'm over here washing dishes. Can't even talk, see? It's got me so messed up. But yeah, over here washing dishes. And I still got a good amount left to do. Why is my camera tripping? There we go. Still a good amount to do. But yeah, just reminiscing on the old days of washing dishes by hand. Can anybody else relate though? I know I'm not the only one. I mean, that's one example, but there's so many things that we're just so accustomed to and used to in life, and then you don't even realize how spoiled you are by it until it's gone and you don't have it anymore. And then you're like, oh my gosh, life is coming to an end. How do we ever survive without it? So let me know down in the comments, because I'm curious. What is something that maybe you've experienced that you had access to for so long, and then something happened to it, or you no longer had access to it, and you had to go back to the old ways of doing things or find a new way to do it? Let me know. I'd be interested to know. Is up, Flockers? Today we went to Warburton Farms to the pumpkin patch. Did you have fun at the pumpkin patch?
Yes, and I just slapped my head.
You just hit your head? You slapped it. Oh, we had a great time at the pumpkin patch. This one is one of the best that we've ever been to. They got the hay rides. They've got with the stinky cows. Tori said the cows were really stinky, and she made sure. What did you ask the tour guide or the driver as soon as we got off the hay ride? What'd you ask him? How much the cows poop every day? Yeah, she really wanted to know how much cows poop every day. He told her about as much as us humans do, because they're regular. But yeah, so we did the hay ride. There's this like corn pit that the kids can play in and slosh around, kind of like a ball pit, but filled with corn. What else was there, Tori? There was the like trampoline kind of bouncy thing.
There was like a little like trampoline where it was like a pillow, and so like lots of people's birthdays this year, so like they had birthday table and stuff, and they had.
And there was the little bouncy maze thing that you went in.
Yeah, there's a bouncy castle, and my most favorite one was the like very top slide, and we never saw it before.
Oh yeah, the really tall slide. That was fun. We went down that. How many times did you go down the really tall slide? We ready?
Yes. 1, 2.
Wait. Okay, go. Again. Jules liked it too. 5 times.
Once again.
Oh, you're counting? Oh wow, she's counting. She went down the slide many times. I think we went down together as a family twice, and then you went another like 4 or 5 times by yourself.
It was 4 times.
Okay, 4 times. That works. So, lots of fun there. We did not buy pumpkins there. We never buy pumpkins there because their pumpkins are like $15 a pop or $13 a pop. So instead we go to Aldi on the way home and get pumpkins. And so we got pumpkins from Aldi for $3.89 each. So that's less than we would have paid for one pumpkin there. And what are we going to do tonight with the pumpkins?
We're going to carve them, and also we are going to play Spooky Skeleton the movie.
Right, so we're going to watch a Halloween movie and carve pumpkins tonight. Are we going to roast the pumpkin seeds? Maybe, we'll see. And tomorrow we have a potluck after church. Gosh, it's been decades since we've had a potluck at church. I don't even know if the church that we go to, that I've been at since I was 4, but I don't know if that church has ever had a potluck. There used to be potlucks at my grandma's church all the time that we would visit sometimes when I was growing up. But this particular church, I don't know if they've ever done potlucks. So this might be the first one ever. You know, you can't just trust anybody's food and be eating out of everybody's kitchen, because folks' stomachs just aren't built like that. But we will try out some of the food tomorrow at the potluck and see how it is. You looking a little apprehensive? Yeah, exactly. Jules, how you doing back there? How you living, Jules? Exactly.
So yeah, so we saw lots of stuff.
Oh, and there was a petting zoo. We forgot about the petting zoo.
Yeah, we forgot about the petting zoo.
What did you feed?
So I feed the
Bed?
But the sheep were not really, they were not really, the sheep were not really hungry from them because there was goat food. And
you didn't want to feed the goats from your hand because you don't want your hands to get all slobbery.
Yeah, but when I was trying to feed one of the goats with just the cup, it was trying to like take the cup away from my.
It did take the cup out of your hand. It snatched that cup, didn't it?
Yeah. So like, and also when we went to the chickens, I recognized I just saw a peacock, and I was like, oh, I want the feathers to spread around because I like peacocks' wings. And there was actually 2, and I asked through.
It's a long story.
You
tried to get it to open its wings, but it didn't.
Yeah, but I used a cup.
Okay, but you used the cup. Yeah. We got to work on our storytelling. We're long-winded back there. I'm probably long-winded
my
too.
dad also does the same thing.
All right, we'll check back in with you a little later. You don't need to use a big knife.
Maybe. This is my pumpkins. Mine's gonna be an alien.
Alien?
Yeah, you can pick yours. Oh, this strange pumpkin thing. But not all of them are together.
This way. So like it's a
Careful,
song.
though. Watch with Tori. Tori, you gotta watch what you're doing, baby. You can't be watching TV and cutting.
Can you pause it, please? So I don't have to stop it.
It's We are back at the chiropractor. Is your number higher this week?
I think so.
Still nowhere near mine, but you getting up there.
I'm not trying to die here.
Jules, I know you're not down there twerking. What are you doing? Get your hands off your knees. Stop trying to push buttons. Y'all saw last time she was here, she fell off that little platform. The finger? I do. That might have been where I just.
You good?
She didn't learn her lesson, so.
Oh boy. Что там такое?
Just. You silly.
Прячься, Джулиана, прячься. Давай, куку, прячься. Где Джулиана?
Cuckoo.
Где Джулиана? Oop.
Can you pick that up for me? Thank you. What's up, Flockers? I am on my way to the church building because tonight I am one of the people driving the bus for a weekly event that happens at the church. So headed there now. Traffic is always bad around this time because it is rush hour traffic after work, going both ways, but it's extremely bad today because it is raining out. And one thing about folks in Georgia and folks in Atlanta is they can't drive in the elements. Like, unless the weather is perfect, it's just accidents all over the place. Folks can't drive whether it's rain, doggone snow. Don't let there be fog on the road. Folks in Georgia just can't drive. So that's what we're working with. That's what we're dealing with. And like I said, lots of traffic because I'm on a one-lane road. Even if I wasn't on a one-lane road, even if I was taking the highway, it still would be horrible traffic. So that's just where we are. But yeah, I need to be there by like 5:45, 6 o'clock. And I left at 4:15 just to make it there in time, because that's how long it's going to take me to get from point A to point B. But that's all right. We're going to get there. We're going to get it done in this weather and stay safe and dry. And y'all might get tired of hearing me say it, but I'm never going to stop saying it because it's never going to stop being true. I don't have an umbrella with me, and I'm not fretting. I didn't have to think about when I was leaving the house about covering my head up because of my hair or anything like that. The fact that I can just run out the house at any moment, get my hair wet, and not have to worry. And even not just specifically with Microlocs, but even just the interlocking method over retwist, because every time I've had traditional locks, I've always done retwist. And even though I wasn't afraid of water, there's still, when you have that fresh retwist, whether you're using gel or whatever substance, you're not trying to get your hair wet in the rain because it'll rinse out your retwist, and then you end up walking around with afro puffs, you know. So unless you already need a retwist, you're not trying to walk around in the rain or get wet. I don't have to worry about that. It's not a deal. It's not a big deal. It's not an issue. I mean, of course, I don't want to get super wet because I'm not trying to get out here and get sick. But in terms of worrying about my hair or poofing up or frizzing up or anything like that, I don't have to worry about any of that. Truly hair freedom.